Welcome back to Fridays with Fidelman. I'm Cheryl Fidelman, the trauma and codependence coach and the founder of the Conscious Codependence Collective. I've been away from these videos for a little bit, guys, and I'm back with all of the work that I've been creating and developing for this next level of expansion in my codependence recovery work, and I'm going to share it all with you today. We have a lot of new viewers and subscribers, so welcome. I am going to be putting out a lot of free content, and my mission is to eradicate trauma from the human condition, one nervous system at a time. So everything that I do is aligned with that mission. Even when I take breaks from putting out videos, I'm cooking. I'm cooking inside of the next level of that particular mission. So today's topic is, what are you listening to? Because lately in my work, I've been focused on listening. I've noticed in my work over the years, and even with myself, that a lot of our unhealed trauma and our codependent patterns can be found in the filters through which we listen. And we're not trained how to listen, right? None of us are trained how to listen. And that perhaps our entire experience of life, how we mold the matrix that we live in, from the people that we talk to and all different kinds of relationships, how we listen to society, how we listen to ourselves, the literally what we're hearing and the energy and music that surrounds it, right? The mood and emotion and body language around which people are speaking, the frequencies that we hear, the frequencies that we don't hear. So there's a whole multi-dimensional system that's happening through our ears, that which we are interpreting what we're hearing. And so I thought that, a lot of my thoughts and ideas around listening would be kind of abstract. So I figured, let me roll them out and just keep putting it out there until it lands, because I think it's really, really powerful. And so what's happening right now, you'll see the link in the description of this YouTube video. I'm forgetting the YouTube words, but the link is below. That's the right way to say it. It's called the Conscious Codependence Series, Transform the Way That You Listen and Be Who You're Designed to Be. It's a free online series. I've interviewed 10 behaviorists from all different areas when it comes to the phenomenon of listening. And then after that series, it's free. Sign up and you'll get 1 or 2 videos a day for 7 days. And then after that, I'll be rolling out my Listen for a Living group program so that we can all study and distinguish the filters through which we listen. Do you have different people that you listen to differently? You just have a filter from past-based experiences that you have with them. Some of us also took on the style that our parents listened to us. We will either listen to other people in the way that we were listened to, or we'll take on the way that we survived our parents' listening, or lack thereof. So how do you think that you listen? Do you think that you listen differently to different people? Are you listening for, how am I safe here? Are you listening for, how do I trust this person? Are you listening through an inferiority filter, right? Where there's somebody that and the filter through which you're listening is, I'm inferior to this person, and that shapes how you be and your identity with that person? Are you listening through a filter of I'm in trouble? Is that how you're interpreting the way some people are speaking? So there's so many layers. What are you hearing? What are you listening to? Are we actually hearing the magic and intent and actual mood through which people are speaking, or are we distorting what we're hearing to fit our own truth, beliefs, and realities about ourselves and or the other person? So this is the focus of my work. I think that if we focus on our listening, then that will expedite our codependence recovery dramatically. And make us better humans in general. So the link to the online free Conscious Codependence Series is below. And I'm going to give you a little sneak peek, actually. I'm going to edit in right now the intro video that goes out tomorrow because the series starts tomorrow. But I'm going to edit it in now because I think it gives a full idea of the vision and where I'm heading with all of this listening stuff. So you can go ahead to the link and sign up now if you want a little bit more information, a little bit more of a sneak peek. I'm going to go ahead and edit in that intro video. And I'm back now, Fridays with Fidelman. And because I have so many ideas that have been cooking during this break that I took from putting out content, I'm going to be sending out content a little bit more throughout the week. Also, don't forget about the Facebook group. A lot of this information is in the Facebook group. So start thinking about how you listen. Are you taking it personally? Are you thinking that you know what people are saying, so you respond to your interpretation rather than being curious? Like, hey, what did you just say? Or I didn't quite understand what you just said. Or I think I've interpreted you a particular way, but I'm not sure if I'm right about that, right? So I'm going to go over all of this in all of my thoughts and theories and distinctions around listening in the Conscious Codependence Series, and then subsequently the Listen for a Living workshop. All right, here's the intro. Happy Friday. Have an awesome weekend, and life is now. Bye. All right, welcome to day 1 of the Conscious Codependence Series, Transform the Way That You Listen and Be Who You Were Designed to Be. I'm Cheryl Fidelman, the Trauma and Codependence Coach and the founder of the Conscious Codependent Collective. And in my work lately, I have been so geeking out on listening. I've been really focused on how our unhealed trauma and our codependent patterns can be found in the filters through which we listen. And in our codependence recovery journey, if we spend concentrated amount of time training ourselves how to listen, it will be a game changer for us in our family life, in our relationships, in our relationship to intimacy, in our relationship to fulfilling our dreams, and simply our relationship to having a consistent experience of inner peace. I work mainly with achievers and analyzers who identify as codependent, and they're achieving and analyzing, like their overactive cognition works for them in many areas of their life, except in the area of inner peace. Except in the area of intimacy. They cannot analyze their way to getting to inner peace, to recovering and healing their trauma and their codependence. Their overanalyzing is actually taking them away. It's actually disconnecting them from fulfilling on their dreams, from fulfilling on their passions, from having deep, intimate relationships, to feeling safe in the world and having a consistent, regulated nervous system. It's like consistently analyzing, consistently in cognition, consistently living from the neck up, consistently living in like a subtle level of anxiety that sometimes increases, but it's always there to some extent. These are the types of people that I work with, because when it comes to my 3 tenets of codependence, the want to be wanted, the need to be needed, and or the need to prove oneself, analyzers can unconsciously and automatically, autopilotly get caught in one or more of these places. And there are many things that a lot of us are not taught in our most important developmental years. We're not taught how to listen, which is where I'm focused right now, is teaching us how to listen. That for those of us who are achievers and analyzers, listening can be such a job. But I want to identify the filters through which we listen, take the work out of listening, that listening is simply an act of being with somebody, no matter who they are. Another thing that I think that we're not taught in life, which will be another subject that I'm going to sort of attack and really go into later in the year, is anger. My next series or free online summit is going to be about anger. It's another thing that I think a lot of us are not taught how to have a healthy relationship with, which is anger. Either we don't know how to express it, or we express it in a way that like destroys us and other people, or we hold it inside act like we're not angry and then torture ourselves inside, or it comes out in addiction, it comes out in codependence. There's so many unhealthy ways that anger manifests in our life because we're not taught how to be angry. Another thing that I think we're not taught is our relationship to sexuality, right? It's like most of us, we hit puberty and it's like, all right, good luck, high five, figure it out for the rest of your life, like the rest of us had to do, right? So that's another thing that I have some videos out on YouTube, Fridays with Fidelman, about sex and sexual trauma and sexuality and sexual expression, but I'm going to really get even more into that. So these are 3 things that I'm on a mission to really increase the conversation about, or join in on existing conversations about, and also potentially get these thoughts and theories and trainings into core curriculums in junior high and high school. Listening, anger, sexuality, how to express and relate to our emotions. Like maybe have a class called How to Be Human. Because a lot of us are just spend a lifetime stumbling around and figuring it out. So here we are with my thoughts and theories about listening, 10 other speakers talking about their point of view on the importance of listening. And I really wanted to put as much work and free content out about listening because it may sound a little abstract, these theories that I have about listening, but I want to make them accessible. And I want to stress the importance of how our entire lives and all of our relationships and all of our unhealed trauma, the things that we stumble around, the way that we frame the world and our relationships around us, and the way we source our reality is a product of how we listen. So after this free online series, you will get an interview or 2 for 7 days from different speakers that I'm interviewing, from behaviorists to epigeneticists to somatic healers to addiction specialists, best-selling authors, and more, all talking about the phenomenon of listening. And then after that, you'll have the opportunity to join my Listen for a Living group program. It's 7 weeks, it's a quick shot, and it's deep. And if you feel like you want to go deeper into the conversation and training around listening, you'll have an opportunity to at the end of the series. Enjoy the series. I hope it's a special experience for you. You have my email address. Email me with questions, comments, shares. And if something's really sparked for you and you want some time with me to go to discuss and go deeper with it, we can always schedule some time together. And my mission in life, with all of my codependence and trauma healing work, is to eradicate trauma from the human condition, one nervous system at a time. One nervous system at a time. So if I can heal one person at a time, I'm consistently fulfilling on my mission. I love you. Happy healing. Thanks for watching. And life is now. Bye.